Back on the Anglers Extra pregame show, Jake Eisenberg joined now by the skipper, John Schiffner, ahead of the Chatham Anglers' second matchup with the first-place Harwich Mariners. And, well, you might notice we're on different sides of the camera. We've switched things up.
You got to do that. You got to break things up, see what happens, see if it helps out a little bit.
It's been a 4-game losing streak for the Anglers going back to the start of Sunday. What do you do and what do you say to your team to try and turn things around tonight?
You got to keep playing baseball. That's it. Be mentally ready at all times. Think and think again. Just be smart. And you figure it out. This is a pretty good team. They're better than they're showing in the last few games. I think they know it. We certainly know it. And it's just a matter of just making it work and making it happen. Get some breaks in your direction.
We say things like first place Harwich and last place Chatham, but the East standings are really condensed. Does that give you confidence moving forward?
Oh, yeah, especially with 4 teams making the playoffs out of the 5 teams. Yeah, nobody's out of it yet. Nobody is. So it's just a matter of getting on the little streak. We've been on a bad streak. You want a 4-game win streak, and you negate everything, and you're back in the hunt. So I'm not concerned right now. There's a lot of games left. There's a lot of things, we've worked on. We're talking to guys about. These bugs are killing me. We just, they just have to have a little confidence right now. You can't let the losing streak snowball. That's a bad thing.
Well, part of this streak has been the offensive production, which has been a bit lacking. But 3 new guys in the lineup: Jeremy Vasquez, Orlando Garcia, and Jordan Romero. What do you expect to see out of them?
Yeah, they've been working out. They played on quality college baseball teams. They had good seasons. Continue to play baseball, and we have certainly not putting pressure on any one of them to say, okay, we're going to jump on your back and let's go. Let's just play ball. And I think there's enough talent in the dugout and in the bullpen that we'll be okay.
One thing to pinpoint on the offensive side might be the run production. Is there one thing specifically driving that can be switched or taken a look at?
Well, I think we've taken some bad at-bats. I think we're taking too many good strikes. And when you take a good strike, you're putting yourself in jeopardy, because now the pitcher is ahead of you. Now comes the breaking stuff, and there's nobody in the world that goes, oh boy, I can't wait to hit somebody's slider or somebody's curveball. So attack. Go on the attack. Don't swing out, don't be crazy about it, but attack. Go after strikes. I mean, they're letting some of these, like what they call a show me slider, show me curveball, little front door breaking pitch that, doesn't have a great deal of snap to it. They're just letting that fly, and it's like they're taking it. Take that ball to the opposite field, hack at it, swing. I mean, that's how you can't get a base hit without a swing. So we're really emphasizing to attack the baseball, go for it. Get yourself in better pitch counts, so that means don't take so many strikes. Swing the bat. That's how you get base hits. I didn't recruit these guys to come up here and lead the league in walks. Let's go swing the bat.
Moving over to the pitching side of things and trying to get back to some of that consistency. Tanner Chalk taking the hill. He's been the most consistent starter. Do you expect much of the same out of him?
I certainly hope so. I mean, that's he's right on schedule with his time, the rest and so forth. We haven't forced him to do anything he's not supposed to do or extraordinary. So, let's see how he does. I mean, he's a good pitcher. He's proven he belongs down here. He's had some excellent outings. Let's hope he can get another one.
Going deeper into the pitching, the past couple of games, it's been a lot of walks and not as many strikeouts as it was at the first part of the season. Right. What's changed?
That's a good question. I really don't know, and I just think they could be overthrowing a little bit, maybe leaving the ball up a little bit. I think we've left a lot up. Base on balls are fine, as long as you don't follow them up with a triple or a home run or something like that. I mean, you can walk a guy here and there, but you don't like to see walks. But we have had our share of walks, and I think these guys this is pressure for them. They're putting pressure on themselves, partly because of the losing streak, and partly because they see 10 or 15 radar guns every night. The pitchers are, and it's. They're nervous. I mean, they're kids. That's what some people forget. These are kids, and some kids react to pressure differently. Some kids, thrive on it. Other kids this is the first time they've been in this kind of stage. So, nerves are a part of it.
We've talked a couple times about how baseball players can be superstitious, and we talked a couple weeks ago about how Scott Pickler took a bonfire with a bat, a ball, and a glove. Have you thought about doing anything like that?
Nah, that's not my style. I just, like I said, you and I switched up here because we switched. The other night I threw the bats in the dugout, said, let's wake the bats up, little things like that. But, in the end, you have to execute. You have to pitch. If you're a pitcher, you have to throw strikes. If you're a hitter, you got to make contact. You got to get base hits. As a fielder, you got to make the plays. And, you can do all those crazy things that you want to and, cut the chicken's head off and all those things, it's just, you got to play ball. You got to play good, solid baseball. And, right now we're not. I know they're capable because if you look at the overall record of a number of these teams that are represented in that dugout, they've done a really fine job. You know, we've got 2 College World Series teams. We've got several super regional teams, obviously, and a regional team. I mean, we had 26. I believe the number was 26 between our temps and our position players that went to a regional. So these guys know how to win. So now it's just a matter of making that click. They're pretty good players.
Well, the Chatham Anglers will hope that the Bats wake up tonight. Jake Eisenberg on the right and John Schiffner on the left. Skipper, thanks as always for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Evan, back up to you.